tweet, Ben.
Yes, thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. Connor at the Baldy Wookie asks,
Hello, Connor. Yes.
If a force choke is a dark side power, then why does Luke use it on the Gamorrean guards in Jabba's palace? Well, I don't think
Great
it is
question.
a dark side power. It's a crushy power, which they can do to anything. They're just applying it to a neck. But I get where he's coming from.
I love your wording. I want you to write the Star Wars books.
Yeah, it does.
Ben brought out his crushy power and swung his woo-woo sword.
His glimmering shaft.
I think that might give us a bit more of an insight into your dark side, Steve. That you don't consider that choking somebody to be a dark side power.
Well, all right, okay. Let's clarify what. Let's clarify what Baldy Wookie means. Is he talking about
who's going to be doing the retraction next week, Steve?
No, is he talking about doing the choke itself, the actual act of squeezing stuff together, or that it's on a neck?
I suppose it's the neck that he's objecting to, because I mean we've seen things move in Star Wars, and that's essentially what you're doing, isn't it? You're moving the windpipe from an open position to a closed position.
Yeah.
I don't think it's neither. I think things like those the sparkly lines coming out of the hand is a dark side.
Right.
You know. Things like
Do you mean lightning? Oh, we should announce actually, Steve, that you're going to be writing the next Star Wars encyclopedia.
I think things like that obviously are, and obviously healing people, they're bringing them back to life, and all that's been spoken about. But crashy things, nah.
Okay.
Carrie Fisher-Price, my first Star Wars, wonderful. See that there, Carrie Fisher-Price. See what I did there? Nice.
That was good. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, Then I ruined it by explaining it.
It was a lovely subtle joke.
It started off so well.
I'm with Connor on this one. I think just so we can try and move this along. I am with Connor on this. I think that the Force choke I think is a dark side power.
Yep.
And I believe Luke uses it because we're seeing Luke go to the dark side over the course of 3 films.
Okay.
And the moment he stops himself is when he finally confronts Palpatine and realises that he's being manipulated by both Vader and Palpatine. Otherwise, his path could have been exactly that of Anakin's. Now, that's what I find very interesting, that the difference is that Luke had somebody in his life that he could feel compassion for, and that pulled him back from the dark side. But it's been expressed by other people more qualified than me that this is what's happening because it's illustrated in Luke's wardrobe. That he starts in that very white tunic, like the judo pajamas he wears in A New Hope.
Yep.
In the second film...
Sorry, judo, do you mean throwy?
Throwy, yeah.
Yeah.
Throwy mat clothes.
Throwy choppy, yeah.
In Empire, he's wearing a very grey... The Bespin fatigues are very grey.
Yes.
And then we see him rock up at Jabba's palace in all black.
Yeah.
And that's when the dark side starts coming out.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. I think there's one thing we have to remember about Luke compared to Anakin is that while he was learning, Anakin had guidance of people who would sort of rein him in and say, no, shouldn't be doing that. That's a path to the dark side. Luke didn't really have that. He had very much a sort of ad hoc, a bit of a hodgepodge of Jedi training from, an old man he met a few days before, a puppet, and then he's been on his own, sort of figuring a lot of it out by himself. Because actually, we can only assume that between New Hope and Empire, he's not been shown anything. He's been kind of learning it as he goes. And between Empire and Jedi, obviously, we know that he hasn't seen Yoda because when he goes back, he's surprised that Yoda's in such poor health.
Yeah.
So I think it's a reflection of Luke's lack of guidance, like lack of instruction by other Jedi, having no other sort of role models in the Force in terms of... obviously, he's also hanging around with Han Solo a lot. And he's quite sort of... he's probably taught him a few bad... Yeah, he's a bit of a reb.
Yeah, not to mention
I think
he dabbled in incest.
Yes, exactly.
Not knowingly. That's different.
Well,
he had a wanton kiss.
I've been told. My lawyers have told me to say.
Isn't it more a fact that anyone with the Force can strangle someone? It's just it's uncivilized for a good, light
So
side.
uncivilized. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's more of
a lot
like
of
I
it.
say,
A lot of it is what motivates the Force user as well. So with Anakin, a lot of his motivations, especially with some of the stuff he did on Tatooine in Episode 2, was a fear of losing his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And we see the same behaviour with Luke when he's training on Dagobah with the puppet, as Rob put it. When he thought he was going to lose Han and Leia, he couldn't wait to leave his training and run off, and he went off half-cocked. So,
and also, I mean, Anakin obviously choked what's her name at one point, didn't he?
Yeah. So the only time we've ever seen that is it's been a Darkside individual doing.
I think it's where they don't want to use it, the good Jedi, because it is it's not nice. It's a coward's way out.
Yeah, it's aggressive.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like I say, he hasn't had that person sort of slapping him on the wrist before that point. So he's learning, the hard way in a lot of respects.
But bringing it back to Connor's question, I think the bottom line's got to be that that it is a dark side power, the Force choke, and Luke uses it because he's gone over, or he's at least circling the drain of the dark side at that point when we see him. And it's a cute. Teetering. Hopefully, this will reframe that scene for Connor to rewatch it and think, and watch it now and think, we should be concerned about Luke at that point in his development, because he's very perilously close to that dark side precipice.
Absolutely.
That's when the Emperor's right there waiting to sort of
swoop,
snatch him up. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. Thanks for your message, Connor. He promises one a week.
Okay.
Well,
bring it on.
We had the following email.
We look forward to having him on the show. That's how I started.
That's how you started, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
And then you never look back.
Absolutely. Yes. My neck hurts.
I'm going to say this name wrong.